One human, can they make a call in an hour? Absolutely. Can they make 10 calls in an hour? Absolutely. Can they do 10,000 or 100,000 an hour? Absolutely not. Never. Right now I'm 16 years old and I dropped out of high school about 8 months ago. And when things don't challenge me, I get bored, and I don't like being bored. It can do 108,000 calls an hour. We have 11 languages. We have 125 voices.
This is Joey Seeman, a 16-year-old guy who came up with a next-gen AI that's gonna shake up the sales and customer service industry. It's a great team, always celebrating wins, traveling and bringing something you never heard of. And recently, we talked to him and gained further insights into his journey and learned more details about it. Now, we'll take you straight to our conversation with the 16-year-old CEO and let you know how and why the novaecho AI can shake things up and make a splash. So, the very first question we asked him was a simple one: why we should consider novaecho AI, and what does it actually do?
The reason why you would go with something like novaecho AI instead of going with an actual person is because novaecho AI can do thousands of times the input than a human could do. The amount of input that you can get from an AI far exceeds anything you get from a human. So even if the AI is converting at 80% of what a human converts at, if you do 10 times the input, you're gonna destroy the human. So that's one reason. The second reason is because it's easy to manage, it's easy to motivate, because its motivation is artificial. You don't actually have to play with its emotions to make sure it does a good job. All you have to do is prompt it, set it up, and run it, and it will work for you 24/7, 365, whenever you need, with no sick days, no motivation needed, and no complaints.
Unlike human employees, novaecho AI is always on, working 24/7 every single day of the year, and it costs a lot less. Our second concern with novaecho AI was whether we'd still need other CRM software packages, since many companies rely on various systems to run their businesses. So, do we need any additional CRM software besides novaecho AI? Or does novaecho AI offer any other features beyond calling?
novaecho CRM has everything that you'll need in a CRM, so you do not have to have a second one. It can do email campaigns, text campaigns, it can do automations, it can drop voicemails. It integrates directly with our technology so that it can do voice calls. You can build websites on there, funnels, you can have forms, you can get reviews, you can run Facebook ads, you can talk to people, there's conversation tabs. It replaces Calendly, you can have calendars on there. So there's just so many things that it can do, and it's all in one package. And it integrates perfectly with the voice AI. So no, you do not need to have any other CRM if you buy novaecho. It's all included in one package. And then it also comes with a course and other things that can help you understand how to use both of the platforms.
Well, that sounds quite promising. novaecho CRM covers all aspects of that of other CRMs, from text campaign, email campaigns, to website building and integration, fundamentals to any digital-based companies. And using such a CRM software that covers all your needs and avoids the need for additional systems skimps money on multiple software purchases and reduces management complexity by consolidating everything into one platform. To know a bit further, we asked him about why novaecho AI is more unique than other platforms. From his perspective, phone calls allow any company to get in touch with the target audience in the most personalized way. We agree that it differs from company to company, as some prefer email marketing over phone calls or digital campaigns over personalized calls. In 2021 alone, almost 17% B2B marketers reported they had used cold calling as their new customer acquisition channel. In fact, voice calls turn out to be preferred communication channels to many companies, solving the issues like closing sales, customer complaints, or even booking appointments. Hence, both Joey and the stats prove that phone calls are second to none when it comes to closing the deals. However, with useful innovations comes fiery disadvantages. AI has always been a center point of rumors, fear, and a threat to human workers. With its release in every sector, people began to consider it as their foes and competitors. Likewise, in telesectors, AI posed a great threat to the redundancy among call center representatives. With its ability to mimic real humans' voice of any gender and long call duration to keep up talking, call center agents are in a predicament of losing their jobs. They have this grim feeling that the owners of the company will try to save money on its assets, which in this case, agents, and invest a teensy amount on such tools. While being an avid user and founder of AI, he himself doesn't want to confine AI into whether or not it's about to increase layoffs. His perception about AI is all about how to benefit from it, When we asked Joey about this, his answer was not bleak.
I think that right now, the world is split pretty 50-50 with AI. And so some people love it. They're taking it super positively and they're doing everything they can to get in now so that when AI continues to explode, they actually benefit from that. And then there's half the world or half of business owners that are, the naysayers. They don't like AI. They say that it's just a fad. They say it's going to replace jobs and it's going to destroy humans, etc., etc. And either one may be true. I don't know. I cannot tell the future. Will AI protect us forever and make our life amazing, or will it destroy us? I don't know, and nobody knows for sure. But looking at those two options, what we do know now is that if you choose to embrace AI and think positively about it, you're going to benefit from it. And if you choose to think negatively about it, nothing's actually going to change except that you're not going to benefit. So anyone that decides to be a naysayer about AI is just being ignorant. And what they need to do is they need to realize that there's only two options. And so they should pick the one that actually benefits them right now. So that's why I am extremely bullish on AI, because the future is headed towards AI regardless. And for it replacing jobs, every tool ever to exist and that was ever created has replaced jobs with new jobs. That's how it works. So our first level customer service reps going to get replaced? Yeah, absolutely. They already are. Our first level sales setters going to get replaced? Yes, absolutely. They already are. But is the higher level sales and customer service getting replaced right now? No, it's not. It's not. And when it does, then there's going to be new jobs that open up. Okay, so that just keeps happening, and there's always going to be more jobs that are created from technology than jobs are destroyed. Now, if AI starts creating itself at a higher rate than humans can create it, that might be a different story, but again, we're headed there.
As he said, adopting AI will make a difference in the way you work, but it's not going to take anyone's job. Instead, it will replace certain roles. If you don't adopt AI, you'll simply lag behind in the race. And after knowing the basics about novaecho AI, we started talking about some feature-focused questions. A very common phenomena is that when you enforce AI to take the job of the human in the call center, it will likely malfunction. Our minds ask, what will it be like when the AI will be confused to answer certain questions asked by the other side of the phone? What will happen if we try to ask some random, cherry-picked facts or rhetoric questions rather than the already input questions to this AI? Like, if any customer realizes they are talking to an AI and changes the topic, how will Nova react?
So one human, can they make a call in an hour? Absolutely. Can they make 10 calls in an hour? Absolutely. Can they make 50 in an hour? If they're really good and the leads aren't very good, maybe. But can they do 10,000 or 100,000 an hour? Absolutely not. Never. Right now with the campaigns we're running, it's usually only 5 to 10% of people that even ask if it's a robot or an AI, right? And of those people, the AI will usually respond back, no, I'm not an AI, I'm a human. And then they just move on and they don't think about it anymore. So we already have a very good rate of people thinking that it's completely human because it sounds really good. But I actually think that by the time people understand AI and are more familiar with it and are able to pick up on it, AI is going to be so advanced that they won't be able to anymore. So I think AI is going to outpace how quickly humans will be able to become familiar with its voice. But regardless, if people did all become familiar with AI voices right now, again, half the people would get used to it and would be like, okay, it's another tool. People get messages from AI all the time, and people have kind of gotten used to that, and that's normal. Like if you sign up for something like a lead magnet, for example, you're going to get an email that wasn't written by a human, but that has become normal. So half the people will consider it normal eventually, and they'll just roll with it, and they'll talk to it like they would talk to a human. And then half the people are going to hate it, and are going to hang up, and that's the reality of it. But there's nothing we can do about that part except to continue to try to tell people that are naysayers of AI that it's not going to benefit them, to try to convert them over to somebody that's going to benefit from this new technology. And again, I think by the time that the majority of people start to realize it's AI, it'll be so good that nobody will be able to tell except for other AIs. Now, if you interrupt the AI in any way, it's going to pause, and it's going to ask you what your question is, and then it's going to continue rolling. So then once you ask the question, it will answer the question. Then depending on how we prompt it, it will either wait for the next question or it will go back to the script. So there's also a setting that allows you to make it more sensitive to interruptions or less sensitive. And you want it to be less sensitive in case you're calling people that may have a lot of background noise or they're in an office, and you don't want them to accidentally interrupt AI. And you'll make it less sensitive if maybe you're just calling homeowners, for example, and they're gonna be at home and it's gonna be quiet, and if they need to interrupt AI, they can.
So, as Joey said, novaecho can handle a massive number of calls without ever needing a break. He thinks AI has taken a turn, and the voice given by AI is very nuanced from the actual voice of humans these days. Unless someone is too technical or used to AI, it will be almost difficult to recognize if that's an AI. Yet, he claims it's all about acceptance to AI. If customers find AI good and embrace it, they will get used to it, and it will, anyway, make no difference when humans can realize this voice is not human. The way people react to annoying calls by hanging up on it, same way people will hang up on AI. It's a win-win situation. Another incident that often happens with call center agents is that they have to deal with the bad temperament of the customers they talk to. Nobody likes to hear foul words, especially from strangers. But that is inevitable in every step for the call center agents, as they have to grapple with such horrid behavior from the customers. However, you cannot blame the customers either, because first of all, it's you who called them. It's you who is doing the pitch. Or maybe the customer is fed up with your company's service or recent deterioration of the service. As a result, someone has to pay for it. When digesting such swearing words, customer agents often get schmaltzy and sometimes agitated. They, out of anger, will vent out their frustration to the customers, which will not make any good move for your company, or they will resign from the job. Both ways, it is shocking. So, we asked Joey to find out how the novaecho AI will remain impervious to such scenarios.
Humans are heavily emotion-based, and so when you have a human making a lot of calls, what happens is they're gonna get a lot of no's, because I did cold calling for a little bit, and most of the people you talk to are gonna say no, they're gonna curse in your face, they're gonna get mad at you, because that's just how sales works. And so when that keeps happening, it goes over and over and over, and you just keep getting no's, humans are inherently just gonna start getting angry, they're gonna start getting sad, and then they're gonna perform worse, which means they'll get more no's, and it's a downward spiral. Now with the AI, it will not care. It literally does not care. And so even if it gets 100 no's, it will have the same positive attitude, it will have the same nice voice, and it will keep going consistently until it starts to actually see results.
We've almost learned everything about how novaecho will be an alternative to humans. So after that, we wanted to know how we can acquire it.
Yeah, so with our platform, we actually have 4 different products that you can choose from. So the main 2 that people usually choose from are the Done With You and the Done For You. So the Done With You is our basic level plan, and those are 2 plans that are for businesses and not for B2C, right? So it's just a B2B. And for our Done With You, that's just a monthly subscription, and we give them everything they need to get started. So we give them a course, 2 of them actually, a basic course and an advanced course. They get 2 weekly coaching calls, so 1 Monday, 1 Friday with everything that they need, so that they can just ask any questions they have and we'll answer. And then they have a community with the other people who purchase the products. They can ask questions and give feedback, etc. That's the Done With You. Done For You, we will build everything out for them. So we make an MVP within 48 hours, and then we go back and forth with them.
When we checked out all the purchase plans, they looked pretty good to us. They've got options for pretty much every type of business owner, which we really like. The variety of plans and features they provide seem well thought out and cover up all the bases. Now that we've figured out the process of acquiring the novaecho AI, but we wanted to make things a bit clear. Over the past few years, with a booming rise of BPO, companies tend to recruit a lot of customer serving agents, and also recruit 1 or 2 quality assurance checking leads to observe, check, monitor, and evaluate those calls. Part of the reason is to ensure the leads are attained properly. But most importantly, to give each agent a feedback whether or not the call is swift, tone is good to go or not, and learn from mistakes. But since novaecho is dealing with AI, the question arises whether the AI needs any monitoring either by the support team of Nova or human lead recruited by the company itself. So we asked Joey, if a company with around 40 to 50 employees switches over to their automated voice system, how would they handle any issues that might pop up while using novaecho AI? Basically, we're curious about what kind of support or solutions they'd offer if things don't go smoothly during the transition. He said,
So on our Done With You or one of our agency plans, we'll always be there to help you so that if you are maybe not getting the results you wanted, or maybe there's something with AI that sounds a little bit weird, or it's messing up here or there, or the promptings, whatever it is, we're gonna be there to assist you and help you, whether it's over email or Slack, right? Now, on our done for you plan, which is where we do it for you and we go back and forth on everything, if there's any hiccups at all or any things you want changed, you just come to us, you let us know, we change it for you, as long as it's during the build out period, or within 2 weeks after. And then if you need any help at that time, you can always just hop on a call with whoever is managing your fulfillment, and they'll give you all the help you need. So whatever it is that you're having some kind of issue with, we're always going to be there to support you regardless of what plan you're on.
By doing this, they can spot areas where agents might need more training or catch mistakes early. Jopi assured us that if you have the AI and provide the right prompts, there won't be any need for QC or team leads. If any issues do arise, their support team will take care of it. Well, we think it's pretty convincing to get assurance from the CEO. And now, let's know how novaecho AI earns money. However, earning money basically depends on your company's presence and value in the industry, as well as how many competitors you're up against. If you have countless competitors in your business sector, your cash flow will obviously be disrupted. So, we asked Joey if they have any tough competition or not.
Yeah, so we do have competitors, and they're not a risk to our company because right now the only thing that they have on us is money. It's capital. And I'm very, very confident that after we raise capital, we're going to be able to overtake them very quickly, because I know a lot of the founders of these companies. I know the technology that they're built on. I know how their company works. I know how they do their sales and their marketing. And I know we will have a better system. We already do. We already have people switching over from these different people and different businesses to us, even though they have millions and millions and millions of dollars to play with, and we're completely bootstrapped. So once we get funding, it's not gonna be a competition anymore, and I'm gonna make sure of that. So we're gonna build up our tech 10 times better than it already is, and we're already leading in the market with technology. We're going to blast out our sales and our marketing like crazy, even though we're already getting a significant amount of clients for what we're doing and how much money we have to spend, because we're spending maybe a couple $100 on marketing a month, and we're getting a lot of clients. So that's rare, and it's because of the organic content that we're doing. So we're gonna be able to grow all this like crazy. And then of course, we're gonna be able to continue hiring support and operations, because we're known for our support and fulfillment in this industry, since we work with every single client individually, and we give them one-on-one support, whether it's via email, Slack, or on calls. And we're gonna be able to make that our #1 priority and just throw capital into it, because it's very important to me that every single client that comes in is treated amazingly. And we wanna be the most hospitable voice AI company that there is.
After seeing his confidence, we got curious about whether there's any particular marketing strategy that gives him so much confidence, or if he has a sustainable idea that will keep his business running. We didn't hesitate to ask him that, by the way.
I was looking around and I realized that for a lot of companies, what they do is they teach people everything they know on social media. They teach everything they know, and they make money off people that are interested in learning that thing, but don't actually have time to and just want it done for them. So that was kind of a revelation to me, because it doesn't make sense in my brain, or at least it didn't, that putting everything you know online to the clients that you're trying to sell to would make you money. Because if you're giving all the information to them, why would they pay you for it, right? But I saw other people doing that, and so I was like, all right, it makes no sense, but if it's working, so I'm just gonna do it. So I did it. I put my head down for a couple months. That's what I did. I taught people everything I knew about the platform. And I was working with another company at that time. So this when I was first starting out, and then I transitioned the channel over. But I taught people everything I knew. And slowly and surely, every person that was trying to also sell the software that I was working with before, and every single person that was trying to use that software came to my channel because they wanted to learn. And I had hundreds of videos, and so most business owners cannot watch all that. And then slowly but surely, again, those people started booking calls with me and saying, hey, I love what you're doing. You clearly know way more than I do and way more than anyone else knows about this. And that's because I would study it every single day. And so do it for me. And then they paid me and I do it for them. And I kept growing that. And I love that approach, because you're helping people that do have time to do it themselves. And if you have time, you usually don't have money. So the people that have the time and don't have the money, you're just helping them. You're helping them and they can do it themselves. And then the people that don't have time and do have the money, you're showing them how much you know and you'll get paid from that. So it's all around beneficial for everybody. I feel is always, at least at this, day and time, the strongest way to get clients and the strongest way to grow a company or a brand in general, for that matter, whether it's personal or company related, is to post high quality content consistently. So for example, when I was doing the affiliate marketing, I posted 3 videos every single day. They were all very high quality. I posted on YouTube posts every day. I made a bunch of tweets every single day. I posted Instagram stories every single day, multiple of them, and doing that consistently for months, it's almost impossible not to grow a channel exponentially.
After covering the technical aspects of novaecho AI, we moved on to some personal details about the CEO. We wanted to know about his school life, early experiences, achievements, and how he came up with the idea of founding such an AI. We also asked who supported him and what led him to this industry. And trust us, you'll be surprised when you hear everything from him. So, we started with his education and previous experiences.
Didn't go to college or university. I still might go, but right now I'm 16 years old and I dropped out of high school about 8 months ago to focus full time on the company. So I started my first company about 2.5 years ago when I was 14, and it was really just copywriting. So I didn't make any money off that, but I learned a lot from it. And I was basically reaching out to people via cold email, and I was offering to write emails for them and write websites and stuff like that. And I learned a ton about marketing and sales and how to bring businesses in and make them convert at a higher rate. And then from that, I went into affiliate marketing, which is where I was posting a lot of content online, and I was getting millions of views. I was doing a really good job on the building the brand side. Monetizing it though, I was still struggling because I didn't understand how to really convert views into cash. So I didn't really make anything off that either. But it did lead me into joining a marketing agency. And in that marketing agency, I closed my first 2 sales, and that was amazing because through that I started learning how to actually sell to people. I learned how to convert eyeballs into cash. And with that skill, I was able to start my next company, which is the one I'm running now, novaecho, which I started about a year ago. And through all those skills and that 1.5 years of work that I basically did not get paid for, I learned enough to create a YouTube channel. And through affiliate marketing, I learned, and something that I did when I was 12 actually, which is also an entrepreneurial venture, I learned how to build that channel. And then through my time in the marketing agency, I learned how to convert those views that I was getting on that YouTube channel into booked appointments and then into money. And so I was able to grow that YouTube channel and acquire enough money to leave the company that I was working with at the time and start my own thing completely. And now I'm building this up, and we have a team of 10 right now. It's going very good. We have a lot of traction, and right now we're actually raising capital so that we can continue growing at an even faster rate. So that's kind of my story, from reaching out to people and doing as much as I could and working hours and hours and hours every single day and making nothing for years, to now where I'm not even close to what I would consider very successful, but I have made a lot of progress, and I do have a team and myself that's working very hard every single day to make sure that this company is going to be successful.
Now you know the CEO of such a creative company is a school dropout, and he is just 16 years old. This is such a delicate age, when most of us have no clue about career plans or are too ambitious to pursue higher education using government loans. But here he is building business up a ground and networking with various entrepreneurs across the world to consolidate his business channels. So, we wanted to know, wasn't it tough to do all this at such a young age, especially with all the challenges that come with it?
Building technology like this, it does sound easy. It sounds very easy, but it's incredibly complex. And respectfully, getting a loan for college is not that challenging. If you put in hours every day and you give it not even your all, you just work on it every day and you take it somewhat seriously, you can get into a college and you can get a loan. And there's people that take everything very seriously in school and they work nonstop, and those people do the best, at least in that system, but you don't need it, right? Raising capital for a company is a completely different story. If you're getting a loan for a company, also not the hardest thing to do, but raising private money, that's very challenging. That's what we're trying to do right now. So yeah, I mean, the journey from the start when I was 14 until now has been extremely challenging. Business is the hardest thing I've ever done, and I love every minute of it. And the reason that, one of the main reasons actually that I left school and I didn't like school is because it wasn't hard and it wasn't challenging. And when things don't challenge me, I get bored, and I don't like being bored. So through business, I'm able to challenge myself every single day. I'm able to learn every single day. I'm able to do something that I don't know how to do every single day and figure it out. And that's what I love. So it's just constant puzzles and constant growth.
We know Joey is a tech-savvy guy with a creative mind, but there's always something that helps you turn an idea into a successful business. So we asked him, did you have something like that too? Did you get help from a team to build the software, or did you do it all by yourself?
Yeah, so I've taken help from a lot of different people to actually build up the tech side. I am very techy, and I always have been. I've always loved technology, and over the last couple of years, I've started to love marketing and sales, and my brain works in both ways. So I'm very operational, and I'm also sort of a visionary and a sales/marketing kind of guy, and I love both. So I run pretty much all of the, I guess you could say, no-code or low-code tech systems in the company. So I manage the entire CRM, I build all the automations, I do a lot of fulfillment for our clients. But when it comes to the actual code side and development work, that's not something I can do at this time. I'm looking to learn how to do development work more, but I don't have much time to learn right now. I'm very busy. So yeah, I got a lot of help from people on the tech side. But through building this company, I learned a lot about development and other parts of technology.
novaecho is surely an amazing software that experts like to get their hands on. But what is truly outstanding is the spirit Joey has brought to the company. He is a guy obsessed with challenge, and he won't sit idly with just the way his product is. He would rather want to make it more packed with useful features in the future so that his software gets famous over time. He stated it clearly that he doesn't regret being a dropout, because a lot of people end up doing incredibly well in their projects at school, but not in real life in raising capital. But that is something he has done, and is inclined to raise more in the future. He doesn't do anything that makes him bored, and the school education system was one of them. To him, raising capital for the novaecho AI to be able to run independently without requiring any external stakeholders' loans is the utmost thing, and he is destined to do anything to make his business $1 billion legacy. We wish him the very best for his future endeavors.